Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited to bring you this super sweet Shabby Chic DIY from Dollar Tree. Let's do this. We're going to take some of these grapevine hearts, and I have 2 of these little sets of containers, and I'm not sure what to use. We have some wooden dolls, we have some styrofoam or flour, and then we have my cup that is a Five Below cup of the day. I'm not really sure on which containers or buckets I wanted to use, and I was really just trying to line them up and see which ones would look best. I really didn't know which ones I would like better, but I decided to go with the brown ones, and they were the best choice. They look super cute in the end. So I decided to take some real brown paint and just take a baby wipe and just kind of dry brush it on there, wipe it. I just didn't like how light it was and wanted it a tad darker. So now I'm gonna go ahead and take some of the styrofoam and I cut it into 3 little squares. I actually get 6 out of this, which is good because I have the other containers that I will use for a DIY. So I take 3 of these little squares and I just stick them down inside of these are actually for my garden, little plant pots, but they were super adorable and kind of matched the theme that I was going with. And instead of having to paint the other ones, these were perfect. So we have the painted skers now, or sticks, rods, dowels, and I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to put them to the bottom of the grapevine hearts, and it wasn't easy. You guys, this was actually quite difficult, I will be honest. So I glued them on, and it wasn't doing well. I think because I painted it, it just didn't hold to the wood dowel like I was hoping. So in a second, you're gonna see I decided to take a chenille stem and actually wrap around the whole bottom area. I know it doesn't look the best at the moment, but we do cover that, but it does give a great hold to it, and I didn't have to worry about it falling off. And the hearts sideways a little bit actually are kind of cute. So now I'm going to take the last chenille stem and wrap it around the 3rd heart on the stick, and voila, that's all it is. And it was really simple. It was much easier than trying to hold the glue. So here's our ribbon. We're going to use our bow dabra. I'm going to make a very simple little bow, but because I am using 2 ribbon, I decided to use the bow dabra just so it holds like a second hand for me, or 3rd hand I should say. So this is my favorite ribbon. You guys know I'm obsessed with this ribbon. I use it all the time, and it just definitely matches the Shabby Chic Valentine decor that I'm going for. So I've loved that I've been able to still incorporate this. So I'm just going to go ahead and tie that around. Now you will see that you can still see the chenille stem, and we will fix that. I had to figure that out, but we'll do that later. So I'm going to take the chenille stem and just wrap it around. I'm going to snip the pieces off and kind of just press it against the back. I don't even glue it. I just kind of press it around the back of it so it holds it well. And there we are. So pretty, so pretty. All right, and there's all 3 of them done, and they are stunning. You guys, these turned out so pretty. So now I'm taking the styrofoam, I'm gonna add some glue to the bottom of them and stick them right back down in. I'm gonna go ahead and stick my stick down in it just to see if it could stand, and it did. So now we're going to take some of the burlap that I got from Walmart. You can use the stuff at Dollar Tree or anything at all. I was actually going to use that paper that was in my packaging for an Amazon box. I do craft with that often and would have, but I decided to use this burlap because I have so much of it. So I decided to fold it in half and then fold it in half again and just tuck it down into the cup around the styrofoam, or the green foam or whatever we call it, flower foam. And then I'm just kind of gluing it in corners. Be careful because the glue does go through it, and I kind of burnt my fingers, so be careful with that. So I'm kind of just gluing it down where it kind of covers it, and it was really cute just like that. Then I stuck the stick down in it, and it was perfect. So here's one of them done. But you see that chenille stem is still showing that's holding that, and I just was not okay with it, but they look super cute if you decided to stop there. I'm going to show you one more time. You're going to stick it down in and around the little piece of styrofoam. It's super easy. Glue, 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 as I always say, and then just stick the pieces of burlap down into the glue, and it'll just hold it, and stick your stick down in. As you see, the two in the back are completed, and they are really so sweet. And again, here they are completed without anything else, and they are stunning. But we're gonna take it one step further. So I go ahead and I take the chenille stems off where the bows are attached, and I actually take some greenery and just slide the plastic off and slide the chenille stem through the hole and attach it, and it was a perfect way to cover all of the chenille stems. Now I put 2 on that one, and I wish I would have added 2 to all of them, but I didn't have enough, or I could have probably found more, but in my arm's reach, that's what I had. So I just used those, and it really did add a sweet little texture and color to it. And so now I'm gonna take it one step further and I'm gonna add some of these. It's like beaded garland, I think it's called. I'm not really sure, but it's so adorable. And so adding that really just gave a super sweet texture to it also. And here they are completely finished. I am done with them. I think they look amazing, and they are so inexpensive to make. It was about $5 to make all 3 of these, probably even less than that. I'm just counting in general. But they are really, really pretty, and I hope that if you make these and get inspired, you'll tag me on Instagram and let me know. All right, we're on to DIY number 2. We're going to take some of these hearts that come in an 8-pack that are wooden, and you can paint them or whatever, and we're taking 2, well, we only use 1. So we're going to take 1 of the beaded hearts from Dollar Tree also, and we're going to take some of this thin rope, and we're going to make a beautiful garland. So I make 8 of these individual little ties for each one of them, and I'm going to tape the ends to each one, roll a piece of tape around them. That way I can slide them through the hole easily without tearing up the rope and without fraying it. So that's what I do here. I'm going to take it and twist them in between and pull them through the middle. Once we have all 8 of them done, I go ahead and leave the tape on the ends of them. But now we're going to open up the beads and get all the beads off, because we're going to add them to the rope individually in between these hearts. So I'm just taking it off of the rod now, and now you see me adding tape to the actual rope that we're going to be adding the beads to and the individual hearts. Now we're going to take 6 beads and add them to the rope, and we're going to add one of these, and we're going to take the string and kind of fold it over and glue it on, but where the wood can, or the string that's attached to the heart can actually move. I don't want to tie that down. I want it to be movable. So we're going to add 6 more of these beautiful beads, and we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to tie the end off. I'm going to tighten it real well. I'm going to cut that frayed part off. I'm going to overlay it, like fold it over and attach it to the back, and add a small dab of glue to where it holds it, but it's not attached to the rope that it's attached to. And then we're going to do 6 beads in between each one of these until we are completely done. Here's our last one, and we're going to add our last 6 last beads once we're completed, our last heart. And you guys, this actually turned out so stinking cute. Now you're going to make sure you take your ends and tie them 3 times in a knot, overlapping the knot on top of each other. That way the beads do not fall off. And here we go, guys. Here is our end result of them together. Now you could totally leave it just like this, as I say, or we can take it the next step further. We're going to take this Waverly Pink in Ballet Slipper, and I'm going to paint every other heart. Hindsight is 20/20, guys. Do as I say, not as I do. And if you're gonna paint them first. And I wasn't going to, but then something told me to paint them, and at 3 o'clock in the morning I'm painting hearts, and I am so glad I did, because it really took the whole look of this beaded garland to the next level, and I absolutely love it. This beaded garland was made for about $2.50, and you guys, it would have been a lot more at Hobby Lobby or somewhere else. And the good thing is you can personalize this to be whatever you want it to be, with whatever ribbon. You can use ribbon, you can use, rope, you can paint your hearts whatever color you choose. If you are more traditional and want to do the red and pink or red, you can do it however you please, because these are your projects for your home. And that's the best part about it. I absolutely love making these. I have needed some new items for my home. Now I do have some items from last year, and to be honest, I only bought like 2 or 3 items this year from Target. So I'm going to be using a lot of what I've made in the house this year, and I'm really excited. So on this one, we're going to do half hearts. You'll see that every other one is a whole pink one, and then on the opposite ones, I am doing half hearts. That way they're not, completely left out, and it's just giving it a little bit of color. Make sure you get your edges all the way to where your lines stop, and on the inside also, just to make it look really clean and cohesive. And here's our end result, you friends. I absolutely loved making these, and I actually have a few more coming. So don't miss out on our house decorate with me and more, because I have a few more DIYs in that video. It's going to be a long one, but it's going to be worth it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.